So Josh and I have been in this real estate business, real estate game for quite a while, about 13 years, a little over even now. But I love to share the kind of top few things that really have allowed us to be sustainably successful within real estate, right? So allowed us to have a consistency of passive income, have growth, strong growth, solid growth, sustainable and responsible growth, and to keep building on this thing without probably maybe as many of those like spikes and dips that you can hear about when you get just the horror stories of the game, right? So top few things. Number one, you got to know your criteria. I mean, hands down, you need to understand your numbers. You need to understand what makes sense, what makes a good deal, what makes a good deal for you. Some people will have different criteria than you may have. It's going to depend on your risk tolerance. It's going to depend on the pieces you have in place within your business to some degree. But really, in the end, it's all about the numbers. It's all about the return. It's about how you're going to make that asset work. And whether it is or isn't going to, you've got to underwrite the deal well. You have to know your criteria and stick to it. I think that's the big thing. Setting up specific criteria that are, in a lot of ways non-negotiable, right? And this can change season to season depending on property types you're buying, depending on deal size and structure as you grow and maybe do some more creative things. Absolutely. But in every season, you need to know your criteria. You need to know your numbers and stick to those. Do not get pulled away by kind of shiny object syndrome or by comparison and going, oh, they did that, I'm going to go over here and do this. And it's this big, pardon me, but like pissing competition of who can do this or that or the next big thing. That is what will get you in trouble. Okay. So stick to your criteria, understand what works to make a deal work well for you, to make a deal cash flow, to make a deal make sense, and buy based on that. Okay. So know your criteria and stick to it. Second, for us, probably the next biggest thing has been surrounding yourself with the right people who are smarter and more capable than you in all of the areas of things that you shouldn't be doing. So building out that team, whatever that looks like. We don't have any direct employees. We have built out a team based on epic relationships with subcontractors, with professional businesses and services, and whatever the piece is, we have such an exceptional group of people that we are so grateful to work with in every aspect, from taxes, bookkeeping, maintenance to property management, all of the things. Okay, so what that does is frees you up to do those income generating tasks only, right? So do the things that will make the most money, that will grow the business the best. So that's number two, just surrounding yourself with all the right people, making sure that they're in the right roles, making sure that you're not doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and then really, really greatly appreciate those people. Third thing is, for us, I think that the most important thing has been to not get distracted from your main core business or businesses, if that's what's working for you. But this one really is kind of that shiny object syndrome in a lot of ways, where you can get established and things be rolling well and looking good, and you kind of go, okay, well, now what? I've got all this time and whatever, and ooh, this opportunity looks great, or ooh, that is making a lot of money for that person, or whatever. Be very careful to understand what your best yes is. Understand if an opportunity is right for you, or maybe it's just a really good opportunity, but it's right for someone else. I would say that that's the other biggest thing. And we have fallen into that and made mistakes where we made choices that we shouldn't have gone with. And that was when we lost the most money, when we had the most stress, kind of those things. So again, understand what you want to do, understand your vision for your life and business, and then say no when you need to say no. That's probably one of the hardest things to do, but make sure that you are sticking with what is in your vision, what is in your path that you want to be on. So those three things: know your numbers and criteria, stick to them, surround yourself with an exceptional team of people in whatever way that looks, make it work for you. And third, make sure that you avoid that shiny object syndrome, that comparison that will kill you. Figure out your path, figure out your vision, and follow that. Hope that helps.